What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of MMA Productions. I'm going to be giving my reactions to UFC Oklahoma City. We did pretty well on this card, 9-3, not awful. I'm a little upset about one of the decisions on one of there, but we'll get into that one. Got the bout order, got the bout order wrong here. I'm yapping here. Get to the point. Um, yeah, starting off, we got Damian Anderson versus Ezra Elliott. Wasn't the first fight on the card, but it's the first one on the presentation, so we're going to start here. Ezra Elliott just put on a wrestling clinic. I was pissed about this fight live, man. I mean, I guess Ezra Elliott's not like a Tommy McMillan type. He wasn't like talking hell smack or anything, but like, at least try to stay on the feet, man. Like, I get it, you're a jiu-jitsu wrestler guy, but try to get a little bit of something, something on the feet. Show me you're there. Missed weight. I understand it's on short notice. But there's the videos of him like, oh, dude, only like 3 days camp, man. Didn't have a camp, man. Neither did Anderson. Like, dude, you put on a good performance. You got all the takedown record for a single fight in featherweight or whatever. It was just boring. Damian Anderson, I think he failed, like just getting wrestled all the time. Kind of felt like he accepted positions a lot. Like, the commentators were glazing the hell out of Anderson. Anderson didn't do anything. He was accepting positions. He was just kind of sitting there a few times. Good dominant performance from Ezra Elliott. Not much to say about this fight other than that. Yeah, good job from Ezra Elliott, but my notes aren't as kind to him. I cooled down a lot from when this was live. Like, there was a few fights where I was pissed off, but I cooled down at least. Getting into the actual first card, Dione Barbosa versus Ana Miliciano. Barbosa gets it done by first round submission. I had her winning by a decision, but she just blew through her, completely dominated her in the jiu-jitsu. Miliciano looked like she didn't even belong in there, if I'm being honest. Gets to the back early, late in the round. Miliciano stands up, rear naked sinks in really deep, and just Miliciano taps. Probably because I think she's not done with tough yet. I think she's going back on. Yeah, good performance from Barbosa. Man, she's got some deadly jiu-jitsu, or Miliciano needs some serious work. But yeah, good performance from Barbosa there. Right about the person, wrong about the method. I'll live with it. It's fine. I'm half right. That's what matters. Alvin Hines gets knocked out in round one by RJ Harris. Kind of throwing some leg kicks back and forth. Nothing really happening. Harris stings him bad with the right hand, and then a little later on hits him with a hook or something. And Alvin Hines goes in like deep for an overhand, like head crotch level with RJ Harris. RJ Harris with those long. RJ Harris. We're seeing it with like a welterweight a lot, that these kind of lanky guys got a lot of power. There's that weird lank power, and Harris has it at heavyweight. It feels like hits him with an uppercut like from the waist, takes Harris off his feet, and then goes into some vicious ground and pound, finishes it. Or Hines off his feet, my bad. Harris takes Hines off his feet with that uppercut. Beat him up bad. Easy win for Harris. I think he's good. I think he looks really good. I'm interested to see where he goes. Getting a big knockout like that at heavyweight, he's probably going to get a pretty big jump up in next competition next, I would assume. I'm interested to see what they do with him. Getting into the next fight, Alden Correa wins with not the greatest performance. I thought he looked sick or something. They were showing him in the warm-up room. He was sweating already. He had these big bags under his eyes. But he did all right. Correa hits him with a nasty uppercut early. Stuart Nichols got his head down like this to the side. Correa's doing a really good job at stand switching and cutting off the cage. I really liked him at the start. Nichols hits a takedown halfway through the round. Has Correa in a headlock for a bit. Then they get up. Nichols hits the better of a few exchanges. And then gets reversed. Like, Stuart Nichols shoots another takedown near the end, and Alden Correa sends him upside down against the cage with a reversal. Round two, Correa hits a mean groin shot. I don't know. Correa looked rough. Didn't use as many kicks as he usually does. Looked kind of slow. This changed my perspective of him as a prospect. Like, I almost need to see him versus Alessandro Costa again type deal. You know what I mean? It's like, no offense to Stuart Nichols, but Corey just looked slow. He was throwing these weird, like, one shot, one kick. He wasn't really trying to combo. Near the end of round three, he got a bit better, but Just weird performance from Corey, man. Kind of disappointed. He got the win. That's what matters, but not the greatest performance, and not what I expected from him at all, if I'm being honest. Getting into the next fight, um, Felipe Franco destroys Levi Rodriguez Jr., quite frankly. I don't know why I didn't put the prediction there. That keeps happening. Um, yeah, Rodriguez. There was a point early in the fight where Rodriguez hits Franco with like the biggest hook he could do, and the commentators are like, "Man, he's not used to that, man. Felipe Franco's built out of something different. Levi Rodriguez Jr. He's used to seeing people hit with that and go down. I wonder why." It's almost like he magically lost his one-shot KO power after he came off of a steroid suspension and can't inject stuff into his butt anymore. I mean, like, I can't imagine being a commentator, man. I want to work for the UFC one day, meaning I probably should stop slandering fighters in the commentary. But it's so weird. Like, I get it, you don't want to talk about your fighter injecting steroids, but, like, dude, like, like they go out there and they wonder why he does. And they talk about they fought the same opponent on Contender Series. Levi Rodriguez Jr. knocked him out in round one. Franco lost that decision or whatever. The guy lost weight again. The guy missed weight against Franco, and Rodriguez Jr. got suspended for steroids after. Like, they just completely ignore the context of these things. Felipe Franco looked great. Mean chin on him. Ate some full force stuff from Franco. Franco ate some full force stuff from Rodriguez. Gets a takedown near the end of round one. Lands some ground and pound. There's one really big elbow in there, and then lands some bigger ones near the end of the round. Round two rolls around. Franco gets a takedown, gets a knee pretty early, like hits a knee out right up the middle, stuns Rodriguez bad, gets him to the ground, mean ground and pound, like he was going for the kill. I would have liked to see it go a little bit longer because I think Franco was gonna finish it either way. I would like to see it go a little bit longer, give Franco a little bit better of a highlight, maybe put Rodriguez out cold with some of those shots, but the ref had Rodriguez's best health in mind, and I like that. It's safe. I know I said I'd like to see it go further, but I understand why they stopped it, but it could have gone a little bit longer. Next fight. Yeah, man. Having more Instagram followers and being more bigger on social media can win you fights now. I mean, it was a close fight. I'm not going to pretend it wasn't close, but rounds 1 and 3 were clearly Seok Hyun Ko, I thought. Round 2 went to Jean-Paul Leveziani, I get that. Round 1, clearly Seok Hyun Ko. Round 3, Seok was landing the bigger hits by miles, I feel like. And then Jean-Paul gets a big takedown near the end, which takedowns don't really count much for scoring unless you get control time, which he didn't. Didn't get any damage off it. They stand up, he rips some shots to the body. But Seok clearly hurts him with a hook, I think. Seok is just landing, the ones and the twos. The straights are really getting him the entire time. Jean-Paul fails some takedowns, fails some gillies. I disagree strongly with this decision. I don't really understand how they gave Jean-Paul the third round. I see a lot of people online were agreeing on me with that. Because, people online were just like, Jean-Paul Bosniani, he did enough. But they don't say what he did that was enough. Like, I can say Seok was landing the bigger shots. And he was doing more damage in round 3. I almost walked out after this one. I was angrier in the moment, but I don't care. It's whatever. The guy got robbed on a fight night. It is what it is. Getting into our next fight. Jose Delgado beats Austin Bashi via unanimous decision. Delgado dropped early, but as I discussed in the prediction video, Delgado does a really good job of recovering from that. Bashi fails a couple takedowns after that. Bashi's swinging like he's trying to decapitate Delgado the entire time. Like he's really swinging, damn near taking himself off his feet, leaning really far forward. Delgado drops him bad, gets in the guard, lands some ground and pound. Delgado eventually lets him up. And then hits a mean knee up the middle and drops Bashi again. So round 1 is a Jose Delgado round. Round 2, Jose defends an early takedown. I don't know if it's Jose or Jose, but either way. Delgado just kind of winning the striking. He's picking the shots well, picking him apart with straights. He's good at sniping. He's catching him coming into, like, Bashi will be coming in for a takedown or something. And, Jose Delgado would hit him with a short hook and sting him. Delgado using the mirror stance really well, throwing body kicks. Round 3, some back and forth. By the way, Delgado could have gotten the finish in round 1, but he kind of hesitated. And then round three comes around. Some takedowns, some shots back and forth. Delgado picking apart Bashi, gets a good combo in here or there. Delgado shoots a takedown for some reason, gets reversed and put on his back and almost submitted. I'm gonna make a video about fighters and how they seem to have weirdly low fight IQ a lot of the times. But like, what are we doing? Why are we shooting a takedown there, man? Like, genuinely almost sold the fight for yourself for no reason. There's no reason to mix it up there. You could have gotten a finish at multiple points there. I digress. Good performance from Delgado overall. Outside of that, he looked really sharp out there. Looked really powerful. Bashi, still young, did solid, recovered well. I think he does have a pretty bright future ahead of him in the sport. I do match make Delgado later in the video for the main card when I match make the winners, since it's only a fight night. But getting into our next fight. Okay, look, I was wrong here, and don't get me wrong. I was very mad in the moment here because I understand Tommy McMillan is very entertaining. I think he's annoying as hell. He talks about, "Oh, I'm a real American gangster." You're from Montana, dude. There's probably more. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look it up while I record this video. How many gang members there are in the city of Fresno versus the state of Montana? I'll just look up the state of Montana first. How many gang? I don't get this whole thing though. I mean, like, you're from Montana trying to act like a gangster. It's weird, and he had a fantastic performance. Don't get it wrong. Let me get it clear. I'm obviously a little salty that I got the pick wrong, but Tommy McMillan, I think it was a three-round strike record. Really good. Used his range really well. Ref could have ended it a bunch of times. He did get dropped twice in round one. But other than that, he was just piecing Alberto Montes. So according to Google, there are likely a few hundred to under 1,000 active gang members in Montana. How many gang members in Fresno? There's 10 to 12,000 active gang members in Fresno. I'm soft as shit. I'm soft as baby hands, fresh out the womb. I'm not hard at all. I do a little kickboxing training here and there. I'm in all right shape. Dude, you're talking. I know he's a really good fighter, but dude, just say you're a fighter. Talking about American gangster. You're from Montana, man. And I want to like Tommy McMillan because he is entertaining and he is crazy. Like that crazy kind of output. And I'm gonna try not to be cynical about it. Like, oh, this guy in the top 10 and this guy in the top 10. But like, dude, when you come up there and you start talking about all the haters, man, that makes me a hater because you're using the term hater. Like, you're legitimately using the term hater. I try to ignore fighter personalities, and I know I do it with Josh Hockett. I'll never ignore that Tommy McMillan's entertaining as hell. But Alberto Montes was also just a punching bag here. I understand that it's hard to shoot a takedown when there's a lot of pressure on you, but dude, at least try. Like, I know he's getting backed up against the cage, and when the pressure's on, it's really hard to shoot a takedown. But dude, do something about it. At least threaten it here or there. Montes was kind of just a punching bag here. I think he could have done it a bit better by at least threatening it. Good performance from Tommy McMillan. I'm gonna stop trying to hold it down. I was a lot angrier in the moment about Montes, though. I mean, it just kind of felt like he wasn't there to win. But great performance from McMillan. Really entertaining fight. Really entertaining fighter. I am excited to see what he does next. I match made him with Jose Delgado. Kind of feels like a punishment for Delgado, but I don't know who else to give him in the rankings, honestly. I mean, this would be a fun fight. I think it'd be interesting. It's a real test for McMillan, of an established guy. I'd be interested to see where this goes. Getting into the next fight. Spoilers. Fatima Kalayan just kind of styles on Tabitha Ricci. Completely outdid her everywhere. Stuffed all the takedowns. Got her with some mean stuff in the clinch. Using her range well, stinging her. Completely outstriking her. Took her down a bunch of times. In round 3, took her to Suplex City, hit her with 2 big suplexes in a row, hit her with the suplex, hit her with another suplex, hit her with that. It's Fatima Klein's cool. I think she's champion level, honestly. I'm really interested to see where she goes. I don't know if she'll fight Dern ever because she's friends with her, but yeah, really good from Fatima Klein. Just absolutely blew through Tabitha Ricci. Ricci had nothing for her literally anywhere. I don't know if Ricci won a single exchange there. Ricci got a takedown near the end, I guess, but Klein just styled on her. It was, yeah, Klein even hit some reversals on her. Klein showed she was just better everywhere. She's really skilled everywhere. I'll love to see where she goes. I'm gonna matchmake her with Lupi Godinez. I don't know the women's division that well right now. I think that's a good matchup. Godinez is coming off of a loss to to Suarez. I think this is a good matchup. Kind of looking almost at like a title shot here. I think if Richie won this, I would just give her not Richie Klein won this, I would just give her a title shot. But yeah, I think this is a better test for her than. Does she already have a win over Godinez? I don't think she does. She might have lost to her at one point. Um, but yeah, I think this is a good matchup for her. Getting into the next fight, we have Chase Hooper submits Mitch Ramirez in round one. Pretty much no struggle whatsoever. Kind of just blew through her, honestly. Sorry, I'm distracted. Kind of just blew through him, honestly. Took him down early with one of the goofiest takedowns I've ever seen. Ramirez gets up. Chase Hooper takes his back, sinks in like almost like a double arm or single arm, like rear naked or something. Eventually, just sinks in a regular rear naked, gets the finish. Says that he's gonna stop peddling CIA propaganda about gooning, so that's good. Good performance from Hooper here. I had no idea how to matchmake him. These fight night cards are weird, man. I don't know how to matchmake Hooper. I gave him Yo Anderson Brito. I think that's an alright fight. I don't know. This might be fighting too far up for Hooper. He might be looking at a brutal knockout for him, but I don't know. I kind of gave up on the matchmaking for this card because I really had no idea what to do for a lot of these guys. Getting into the next fight, we have CLD, man. It's like every time I see him fight he beats the hell out of Marco Tullio, who I love, and then he goes and 29-28 Roman Dolidze and has moments where I'm worried about him in that fight, and then almost loses, and then has that performance against CLD. He's got against Cannonier. He's got to chill out, man. He goes out there, he's switching stances, throwing all this crazy spinning shit and combos. Dude, chill out. Try to fight like normal for a bit. And I understand it's his style, but like, I try not to say it about McMillan. But this guy, I mean, he's looking at a top 10 spot now. He's got to chill. Like, he's got to not be going crazy like this because he will get caught or taken down or knocked out by these guys that are up in the rankings like this. Mostly just Cannonier going for takedowns after CLD would piece him up or hurt him with a knee. CLD hit what was very much an illegal knee in round two. Herb Dean's getting booed lately, which he loved to see. But yeah, Herb Dean gets booed by the crowd on the way out. Cannonier's getting up from a failed takedown attempt. CLD like jumping soccer kicks him in the face. Herb Dean does nothing about it. And then just kind of Cannonier trying to just get in the clinch, holding CLD against the cage. CLD would eventually throw an elbow or a knee and get out of it. Then hit a crazy combo or two, then would be right back to it. Cannonier probably won round two, if I'm being honest. I don't know. CLD's got some pop. He's pretty good, but not a performance I loved. I worry about him against higher ranked guys. There's another middleweight's at a weird point right now because you got guys like Brendan Allen. I hate Brendan Allen so much. Oh my god. Dude, I really don't like Brendan Allen. I'll get into him. I might make a video about the most annoying fighter in any division. He might be the most annoying fighter in the UFC. Brendan Allen irritates the shit out of me, and we'll get into why once we get to the main event. But Ikram, I guess. I really don't know what to do with these guys because middleweight, it's like all the guys at the top are already coming off of wins. RDR is moving up. Can't give him Kaio. Can't give him Imavov. Can't give him DDP after that. Maybe I should have put Usman here. Usman might have not been a bad move here. I might. Imagine that's Usman there, I guess. I might edit him. I'm not going to edit this video. That's a lie. I don't care enough. But yeah, imagine that's Usman there. I think Usman makes sense. Maybe Ikram also makes sense after a kind of lackluster performance from CLD. Yeah, CLD wins the fight by decision. I had him by a highlight reel KO. He did Aight. He throws crazy shit, man. He's got to chill out a little bit because he could have gotten a point taken for that soccer kick, and that would have been could have been looking at a draw there if I'm being honest. But getting into the main event, DDP beats the hell out of Kamaru Usman. Yeah, just landing big shots, chicken legged him like once every round except round three. I mean, I'm talking full on like. Mostly he would chicken like he hit him with like a right hand at one point that stunned him bad. But he was hitting like these. Before I do my impression, I'll finish talking about it. He was hitting him with like these lead high kicks. The one that we saw Leon Edwards hit Usman with. He was hitting him. He was stinging him bad through the guard. I mean, he straight up had Usman like. You can't even see my knees apparently. Oh wait a minute, I can just do this. Like one point, just like straight up like "Ugh," after he backed up from it. Like it was rough. Usman did I his hell of a chin, monstrous chin on the guy. I'll give him that much. Just couldn't really get any takedowns. DDP defended them well, throwing a lot of mean body kicks. Just I can't imagine fighting DDP. That's such a weird style. Like I don't get how you go against that. DDP's got some power. Great performance from DDP. Defended the takedowns. Probably a 50-45. I think Usman should have retired. Um, I don't know what to say. I'm out of breath from that. I got to be honest. But yeah, no, DDP looked great out there. Stung Usman really bad a bunch of times. Hurt him bad. Just over pretty much all 5 rounds. Shot a takedown in round 5. What are we doing? What's with these guys shooting takedowns? And Usman did almost got the better of it in round 5, but I think DDP stung him too hard too many times. Um, I almost gave DDP the immediate title shot, but I mean he took some damage in that fight, honestly. And that's a long camp. That was a long fight. 25-minute fights gonna take time. I've heard rumors of Strickland Imavov for UFC France. Probably not gonna actually happen. I don't know when we're gonna see that fight. I almost want to give him the immediate title shot just because the 2 wins over Strickland, but as much as I dislike Imavov, I can't do him dirty like that anymore. We gotta give the guy a shot at this point. Yeah, pretty good card. We went 9-3, arguably 10-2. I'm gonna say 10-2 because I hate that Siako decision, but yeah, pretty entertaining. It's above average fight night. DDP looked fantastic out there. I'm excited to see what he does. I do want to see Strickland DDP 3, but if you guys made it this far, thank you. I'll see you in the next one.